Hey Super Cruisers, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels.
Today it's the top 10 ship rules that cruisers just love to break.
So before we get into today's video, I just want to remind everybody out there in YouTube land, please like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And you know, that goes for any YouTube creator or video that you're watching. It really helps that creator get noticed by YouTube. So please consider liking this video and any video you see.
Thank you.
So the first thing we're going to talk about today for all you rule breakers,
we know who you are,
is ignoring the pool and hot tub rules. Now we're briefly going to discuss those, right?
I know, because you know, you're not at home. You are not at home in your pool or whatever, or you're in a hot tub. There are rules that the cruise ship lays out. One,
no diving.
no.
No babies or toddlers in that hot tub.
Oh gosh.
They don't want to boil that baby.
I know. And I know there are signs right there by the hot tubs that says no babies and toddlers. They will get overheated, dehydrated. They're little tiny weans. We veterans.
Now there's also no swimming in diapers allowed, and that covers the swimmers' diapers too. And I'm speaking mainly in the adult pools because I have seen that in some of the lines they're allowed in the children's area.
Yeah. No lounge chair saving. You know who you are. You all do it. Where you come down, you're like, oh, I'm going to get a prime spot near the pool, lay out my towel, bring my tote bag, blah, 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 hat. Oh, and I think I'll go get some breakfast. And it's like, you cannot do that. They're watching. They will grab your stuff and they will gather it up. You'll come back and it won't be there.
No pool towel stealing. And that goes to anybody who thinks that they're going to take that towel home for a souvenir.
Yeah, because, you know, you get into your cabin and you usually find a selection of beach towels in your closet. They know how many are stocked there. And when they're turning over the room after you've gone, if they're not there, there's going to be a problem. And you will see the ching-ching, you know.
The bell. It'll be on your bell.
Yeah, yeah, and you won't like it.
Now, what's the next thing?
Well, the next one is disregarding dress code rules. I know, you know, again, you can't go from the pool in your swimsuit, Speedos and flip-flops, you know, into a restaurant. No, that's not allowed.
You really want to look at what the dress code is for the particular line that you're sailing, whether it be pants versus shorts, because some restaurants do not allow you to wear shorts, some do. You know, t-shirts versus collared shirts. I'm thinking, like, we couldn't get away with just going into some restaurants
wearing this
in our Cruising with Wheels shirts.
T-shirt.
And a big no-no is those ripped jeans. I know that they're all the rage and in style right now, but yeah, keep them at home.
We just want to be fashionable in your ripped clothing.
Next on our list is ignoring food rules for on and off the ship. Now, I know that Frank brings a snack bag generally.
Right.
And that's for when we're traveling, but it's also when we're at port. You know, we like to take little snacks with us.
Or I'm back in the room watching, you know, trying to take a nap, you know, or I'm waiting for you to do whatever and come back. And I like to see my little snacks. But again, it has to be packaged.
Yeah,
packaged by the manufacturer from a store. It should not be
loose. If you bring it on board.
Yeah, loose, raw food or whatever. And that same goes to fruits, vegetables, and snacks or whatever that are loose and open going into port, because a lot of these countries do have laws, contamination laws. You can't bring the apples and the bananas, the fruits and the vegetables off the ship into their country.
Right.
They do not want contamination.
What's next up?
Well, next one is being late returning to the ship.
Oh, you've all seen our video.
Don't be late for the ship.
Link above.
I know. Set your watches to the ship time clocks. You don't want to be late. You don't want to be that pier runner that everyone is videoing and screaming at as you're, you know, running back to the ship.
Speaking of pier runner, I want to do a shameless plug.
Shameless plug coming.
I came up with what I thought to be a brilliant idea for a t-shirt, and it says Pier Runners Club. So you want to check that out on our Teespring. The link is in the description of the video, or you can click any of the Teespring items that are located below to go directly to our Teespring store.
Because they will have no mercy on you. Okay, 2,000, 3,000 people are already on board, and you're telling me that the two of you can't make it? I'm sorry, are you special? You're not.
Make sure you plan your excursions accordingly.
Right.
Trips with adequate time to travel to and from the ship.
Yes.
Not just, this excursion ends at 4 and all aboard time is 4, so we can make it.
I know. It's not gonna happen. What's that?
A big rule that you should never break, but cruisers seem to always break it, is disregarding the smoking rules on board.
Right. Not in the cabins. Not on your balcony.
It's a serious, serious fire hazard.
Yeah.
And you ask, the big question we get asked a lot about is, what about the casinos? Some of the ships have separate areas. Some of them have separate machines.
Well, we call it the common area of the casino, where I could be sitting at a non-smoking slot machine, because it'll say right there on the machine, and Kevin will be sitting next to me in the smoking machine. It's kind of weird.
Stupid.
Yeah. What's the other thing?
Well, a big no-no that I see a lot of cruisers break
People think it's allowed.
is they will try to smoke a cigarette in the cigar lounge. Now, the cigar lounge is only for cigar and pipe smokers.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even know if they allow pipe smoking in there.
Very strict about the cigar lounge.
Well, it's because it's a very different smell.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is.
So I just love passing by there and smelling.
Really?
I love the smell of a cherry cigar.
Oh, well, that I like.
I like that a lot.
And like and the certain tobaccos of a pipe.
I want everybody to remember that smoking is only permissible in designated smoking areas. Only. Only. And this is not to punish a smoker.
No.
Because non-smokers complained. This is because they know the ship, they know the wind pattern around it, and that is why they have you smoking in that designated area, so that it reduces the risk of fire.
Right, so check your ship for the designated area.
Exactly. What's next?
Oh, this is also a biggie, is don't try sneaking alcohol on board the ship. Now, a lot of cruise lines do allow you to bring a certain number of bottles of wine or champagne, but
And
if you're talking,
some instances they let some cruise lines let you bring on pop or soda, depending on what region you're in.
we say soda.
Or bottled water in some instances.
But when it comes to, like, scotch, bourbon, whiskey,
No.
gin, vodka, no, you're not gonna, and I know a lot of the rule breakers out there are at home and they're spending money, because there is a whole business of selling products for you to buy to hide your liquor.
What do they call that?
And
the gin runners. What were they used to be called?
oh, I don't know.
I can't remember.
But
Bootlegging. It's a bootleg, right?
But whatever money you spend on these, products, you get caught.
It will be confiscated.
Yes, and so you're going to lose your liquor. You're going to lose the money you spent on buying whatever little contraption. Oh, it looks like a shampoo bottle, but it's really not. They X-ray everything that goes aboard that ship. So
And, the biggest concern would be you could be bounced from the ship.
I know.
We've heard this over and over again, where they're ready to set sail.
Yeah.
And you get called down to the naughty room. And they say, no, you broke the rules. Get out.
Yeah.
So do you really want to risk your $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 cruise?
I know.
Just to save a few bucks on sneaking alcohol on?
I wouldn't.
Next up is don't try to sneak into the crew cabin areas.
Oh,
now, I know
gosh.
this sounds really, really funny, but
Hey,
we know people.
Friends that have done that. Yeah, hooking of a crew members is forbidden, and they will lose their jobs if they get caught.
Yeah.
So it's not just about your immediate gratification.
Well, and you could also be told to exit the cruise
Yes.
ship
Yeah.
as well, because you are breaking a major rule from your cruise contract.
Read the fine print. Next on the list is don't become an obnoxious drunk.
Now, when we say that, I think of, nobody thinks that they're an obnoxious
They
drunk.
don't. Why?
They
because
don't.
they're drunk.
Because they're drunk.
Right.
But we say pace yourself on your drinking and please consume
my
some
God.
food.
Girl, eat a muffin if you have to, honestly. Because, drunken behavior leads to bad decisions, and some are dangerous.
And
how many times have people fallen off the ship? Well, you
Right.
don't just fall off the ship. You end up getting drunk, think that you can walk the rail, and then fall off the ship and kill yourself.
Now, nobody likes a mean drunk or a
No.
handsy drunk or a crying
A
drunk.
handsy drunk.
Cough me, freak.
I'm on a cruise.
And speaking of handsy,
Oh.
don't have sex in public areas. Now, that sounds absurd.
Or semi-public or whatever, but no, it happened. Yeah, I remember we talked about the first one, not on your balcony, because I remember a story when a ship was in port, a couple was having sex on the balcony, and it was right there where the balconies faced the port, and the police were called, and the couple was arrested. Yeah.
So you can be arrested if you're
Yeah.
seen. You shouldn't do it in any corners of the ship,
Yeah.
restaurant, library, or the pool.
Right.
I mean,
Or
this is just disgusting.
whatever little out-of-the-way place you think people aren't watching, because let me tell you, people are watching.
Just say no. Just say no.
Now, the last one is don't break the rules of common decency and decorum.
And if you don't know what they are, we're going to let you know. Don't be a bully to the crew or any other passengers.
That's right.
It's not a good look.
I know, and don't be a screaming complainer at the service desk, because that
Well,
just,
sometimes it's required.
that just, you lose all credibility. Calm, concise, in, lay out what the problem is, and you'll be listened more than if you're standing like a screaming banshee.
Don't make trivial or ridiculous requests
I
to the
know.
crew. I mean, can you comb my hair?
I need
Yeah.
3 things of ice at 4:15 in the morning delivered to my cabin.
I don't like freesias. Please remove them.
That's not freesias I smell, is it? I said no freesias.
We hope that you've enjoyed this video today, and thank you for joining us. And remember to not just watch our videos, but please become a regular Cruising with Wheels family member by subscribing. You just have to hit that little subscribe button, and don't be a ding-a-ling. Hit that little bell to get automatic notifications of when our videos go live.
Right. And also, remember, we're on all the other social media platforms. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And remember to always travel safe
And cruise often.